We are now going to learn the chorus. So the chorus says, "For I know my Redeemer lives." And it repeats that. I know my Redeemer lives. All of creation testifies. This life within me cries. I know my Redeemer lives. So I know my Redeemer lives. This is putting the pinky up is the letter I in the sign language alphabet. So it's I, and you usually put it right here at your chest. For I know. You touch your head like you know a lot of stuff. For I know. And then my, you put your hand flat on your chest, my. Okay? So I know my Redeemer. This is the letter R. And like I hope. So the letter R's, you're going to cross them like your hands are in chains, and you're going to break the chains, and then you're going to make the sign for person. So you're going to break the chains and person. That means the person that saved you or that redeemed you. So Redeemer, okay? Redeemer. So I know my Redeemer. And then Liz. Liz is going to be like two guns pointing at each other. You start it down here at the bottom of your belly, and then you're going to move up. Okay? Life or live or living is all that same sign. For I know my Redeemer lives. And then it repeats it. I know my Redeemer lives. All of creation testifies. This life within me cries. Okay? All of creation testifies. So the word all is actually like your two pointer fingers, your one hand facing you the other way with the two pointer fingers touching, and then you're going to scoop and you touch. That can be confusing, and so I tell everybody, if you want to do it in an easier way, put them both facing you. And move the top one away from you, and then down, and then towards you, and then touch. Okay? All. So, all of creation, like you're making something. You're creating something. So, all of creation testified. We're going to use the letter T. And the letter T in sign language is, as a kid, you got your nose. Okay, so it's the got your nose thing. Okay, so that's the letter T. And you're going to touch it at your mouth, and you're going to be throwing words. Testify. Okay? So all of creation testifies. This life within me cries. So remember life? This life within. We're just going to use it like you have a container or a cup and you put something in it. Okay? All of creation testifies. This life within me, you point to yourself, me cries. Okay, so we're going to use the letter Y, your pinky and your thumb on both hands, and you're going to go over the shoulder, over and over again, okay? So, all of creation testifies. This life within me cries. And then it repeats, I know my Redeemer lives. So let me do it from the beginning. For I know my Redeemer lives. I know my Redeemer lives. All of creation testifies. This life within me Redeemer